Like he went to, when he was God, he went basically back up to heaven. It was like if you went to your family reunion with the extended family and you killed him. And that's weighing on him a little bit. So he feels, at least ambivalent about what he did up there. So I think that that's probably the toughest.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. What is your darkest memory from your childhood? Oh, the friend is like, do not answer that question. You do not have to answer that question.
I would answer,
But your therapist won't let you. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm excellent, thank you.
Awesome. First, just want to tell you that I met my best friend Georgia through Dishwiz, so thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You met her best friend through Dishwiz, which is awesome. And her best friend is state. Georgia?
Yeah, you.
I didn't know you could even befriend geographic regions.
Spelled with an E-I.
Oh, right.
You actually met her at Comic-Con. We got a video from her for me. But yeah. Anyway.
Fond memory.
But last year there were a lot of items having to do with kale. You've mentioned your love of kale a lot. I just want to know, what is so admirable about kale?
What is so admirable about kale? I don't know. What's good about being kind or rich? I mean, kale is amazing. Oh, by the way, I'm glad you brought this up. Because I just learned about massaging kale. Do you know about this? Oh, man. If you haven't massaged kale, you haven't lived. If you make a kale salad and you actually massage the kale, raw kale, it becomes soft and supple. Oh, it's just amazing. So try it sometime. Well, I went to the grocery store with Wes the other day. We're shooting a little cooking show, Wes and I, which is going to be, I think, very good. But we went to the grocery store, and he has the weirdest eating habits of any kid I've ever seen. One of them is that he'll grab kale in the produce section and just start eating it. And we were in the store, and he had this head of kale, and he was gnawing on it like it was an ice cream cone. And this other little, 3-year-old was in the store with his mom, and she was like, look at that kid. Look what he's eating. Look what he's eating. You should eat like that. He's definitely going to outgrow it, but while he's doing it, it's pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of friends, somebody asked me right as I was walking in to say thank you to somebody else for something that they did. What their names were and what it's Maddie met Kat yesterday, and 20 minutes later she bought her a ticket to the cruise that's happening, that I'm doing tomorrow night, as just a generous act to a stranger, or near stranger. Now maybe friends. I don't know. Maybe after that, then what's your name? Maddie. Regretted it. I don't know. But Kat appreciates what Maddie did, so thank you for that. Who else is going on that tomorrow? It should be fun. If you're interested, you should come. If you didn't raise your hand just now, you should have. It's too expensive? Oh, I'll pay for it. I just changed my mind. Are there still tickets? Yes, there are still tickets. There you go. Hi.
Hi, Misha.
How are you?
Good, how are you? That's great. I just wanted to ask you, wow, nervous. I wanted to ask you, been great
organizations like Random Acts, which you started obviously, as most of us know, I want to know what makes you do things like that. Like, what do you think when you get up in the morning and say, okay, today I'm going to plant a garden at someone's house for just was? Like, what is your thought process, I guess? Make you be so
thought process
awesome.
is a very strong term. You know, I mean, I don't know. Random Acts, that came about really just because of the fandom and you guys. I mean, I just saw a lot of great people and a lot of creative energy and thought, well, I can manipulate these people. And so I did. And really, you know, I think Gishwas is another example of that, just, you know, taking advantage of people. It's so much fun. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe I have some sort of a question that I ask myself from time to time. What's a weird thing I could do, or what would be an interesting way to experiment with this given set of circumstances? And you know, I like to challenge myself with stuff like that. And do things that seem like that's not possible. I like the idea of doing things that seem really unrealistic. Like, you know, getting a Guinness World Record. That seems really like a stretch and unrealistic. So it's fun to go for those.